Now, coping with a disability or mental illness can present major challenges, but some sufferers have found a creative way to cope through art. Now, a Brisbane charity has produced a documentary to highlight the restorative power of an artistic outlet, and it's hoped the film will also change the public's perspective. Maria Hatzakis reports.
Troy Cowley is an artist in residence with an organisation he credits with helping him find peace.
I suffer from mental illness. In recent years, last 5 years, my wife left me due to alcoholism. I became a drug addict and homeless, and that's sort of how I found my way to Art from the Margins.
Art from the Margins runs workshops and offers support and workspace like this for Brisbane artists living with disadvantage. Troy Cowley says it's been a critical part of his recovery from drug and alcohol abuse.
I've suffered from depression since I was a child, but now I've just recently been diagnosed with bipolar. And what art does for me is it takes me away from what I'm feeling. Like if I'm in a depression, I'll try and paint my way out of it.
And he isn't alone. At workshops run by social welfare groups across Brisbane, art has been providing an escape for many people suffering from mental illness or disability.
It is very good to do art. It has helped me get over many bad periods in my life.
Recently, this short documentary was made to highlight the healing power of art.
It's a cheap form of therapy. It's very good for the health. It is it's very uplifting for the spirit, and it works to communicate good vibes to people.
The film was commissioned by the Wesley Mission Brisbane, the social welfare group that runs Art from the Margins. Anthony Anderton is the program's manager.
We'd really like the public to be able to see the great talent that actually exists amongst people who, as I think I've said, through stigma or stereotyping or just being overlooked, are not seen necessarily as people possessed of great vision or drive or resilience or creative ability, and to say, look a little bit more closely.
He hopes the documentary showcases people's potential and changes the public's perception of people with a mental illness or disability. One
thing which is really, really important is to bring to life those individual stories of people's amazing personal resilience and drive to achieve their goals and their dreams, often in the face of very daunting circumstances.
Brisbane artist Jo Morris's story is just like that. She was diagnosed with dermatomyositis, a rare muscle disease, at the age of 6.
I was so weak. I couldn't really pick up a paintbrush, and my hands got all crippled, and holding a paintbrush, I had to learn how to hold a paintbrush the way I could hold it now, and dipping your paintbrush into the paint, everything was so hard. So you kind of have to adapt to find out a way that you can do it your way and the easiest way.
And she says the rewards are worth the trouble.
It's relaxing. I think it's really relaxing. You kind of escape into the world of your painting, and I get so obsessed with the painting, like, you know, the world around me just, I don't care what happens. The house could be on fire and I'll be like, oh, I'm painting, you know.
So making art has given these artists a brighter outlook on the world.
It's being around people, you know, and it takes you thinking away from just yourself all the time, and which is really important, because when you're depressed, you think you're always looking inward, and this allows me a break from that.
And it's hoped the film changes the way the world sees the artists.
To realise that we are human and we have feelings and we're just like them, but we do things differently. And yeah, we're all humans as well. And this could happen to anybody.
And some great artwork there too. And that's the program. You can view our stories again on the ABC's website or follow 7:30 on Twitter. Hope to see you next week.